We're here on Cricbuzz Comm Box for the second in this innings. When we chatted, I was in the company of Zahir Khan on the 15th over, and it was a situation where we said it was challenging. India had lost 3 wickets. Now we've lost 3 more wickets, and it's gone beyond challenging. It looks like a tough task ahead at 193 for 6. Krunal Pandya is still there in the company of Deepak Chahar. Whether or not with them and the tail they can take India through is going to be a test of character. I'm joined by Harsha Bhogle. The number of runs, the run rate required isn't an issue. It could be the number of runs and the wickets in hand, really, Harsha.
It is, absolutely. And these two have got to put on another 50 runs at least. At some point, the number of the runs required will go above the number of balls available. But that's not a problem because Surya Kumar Yadav played so well. Manish Pandey, while he was in, was playing at a brisk rate. So, as you said, that is not an issue. It's just a question of stringing together another partnership. Why are you shaking your head?
Because the Combox curse has struck.
Okay.
And it's the big wicket of Krunal Pandya, who's been cleaned up by the man of the moment, Wanindu Hasaranga. We were going to talk about him, what he's done so far, and he's made the impact once again. He came in the 3rd over of the innings, got rid of Prithvi Shaw, just as we talked about the plan, and now he's brought him back, and he's got the wicket India needed, or Sri Lanka needed.
He's some player because it's when you perform in these situations, when the captain looks at you and says, I'm looking at you in this difficult situation, deliver for me, and then he delivers with Prithvi Shaw, then he comes back, delivers with Shikhar Dhawan, who would have been the master of pacing this run chase, and now when a partnership starts to develop, he's called him back. So then you just start to grow in confidence, saying whenever the need is there, he's calling me back. So I'm very, very impressed. I've been impressed with Hasaranga since I first saw him in Pakistan 2 years ago. It's unfashionable to look at people from Sri Lanka in Indian leagues, but he would be top of my list. I don't know how much his batting will develop. I don't think he's a classical leg spinner, but there's something about him. He seems to be the person for the situation. He seems to like playing situations. So I think if India pull this off from here, it'll be very, very unexpected.
Certainly will be. We talked also in the 15th over, Harsha, about Manish Pandey and the fact that he's played just 27 matches. We built him up. Maybe we put the mockers on him, but today he was playing well, and it cannot get more unlucky than his manner of display.
I can assure you that while there might be a Cricbuzz Comm Box jinx, while there might be the mockers, these things do not have the power to change things. I mean, he was just unlucky today. There's some players, this was his chance to come back and say, look, I belong here. He's got number 4. He's got a run chase. He's really playing well in that run chase. And it's an unfortunate run out. Wasn't an error of judgment. Wasn't a moment of madness. But, these things happen. I expect a little more from Hardik. To be honest, he's looking very, very rusty. He just needs to play more and more and more and more. Don't think he had a great IPL either. So I just think he's got to clear all the cobwebs in his body, in his mind, everywhere, and come back strong. But hang on, how disciplined has Sri Lanka been with their bowling? Very impressed. And I think this will do a world of good to their confidence.
Yes, all the talk we said about the number of bowlers they had at their disposal. And I think other than Hasaranga delivering when it mattered most, I think even the presence of the captain coming on and just the way he bowled, I know it was the manner of dismissal may have been a little bit different. He also was responsible for that run out, but I think he's added to the mix as well.
Also, they worked out that that's one way of bowling to Krunal Pandya. They worked that out very quickly. They worked out that taking pace off the ball is the way to bowl at Prithvi Shaw. So they thought their way through. You've got to give them credit for it. They've thought their way through this. I thought the turning point was Surya Kumar Yadav. My friend HD made a very valid point. He said just before that ball, it seemed as if Sandakan was having a day to forget and Surya Kumar Yadav was building up to a day to remember, and that's where the game changed. But what an innings.
Yes, certainly was. But, I think now that it does appear inevitable, do we already start the post-mortem? Or is there a glimmer somewhere? I mean, we know what Deepak Chahar can do.
Yeah. And do you remember that game with Akila Dhananjaya took 6 wickets and then Dhoni and Bhuvi pulled that game out? So, actually, Bhuvneshwar Kumar outscored Dhoni during that partnership while they were doing it. So, no game is over till the last ball is bowled. But if India win it from here, it will be a very unexpected result.
Yes, it certainly will be. But that's exactly where things stand. I know we don't like to keep talking about the curse, but a wicket has fallen during Cricbuzz Comm Box, a crucial
I
one.
got another one, Phil.
No, not another one.
I was about to put you on mute.
I'm just reiterating the fall of Krunal Pandya's wicket because that's the one. 193 for 7. Until that wicket fell, we were saying Pandya was looking good. He could hang in there. Chair could keep him company. Now it's a matter of, well, the tail just showing that they're more than just a tail, that 7, 8, 9 can actually contribute. That's all we have now. We shall try and wrap everything up at the end in the company of all three of us, myself with Harsha Bhogle and Zahir Khan. We'll see you soon.